Well, Parker, how have you guys responded, from the Charlotte game out of the bye?
I think we responded positively. Guys were out there ready to practice, and it was exciting to compete. And it was a time for us to hone in on ourselves, lock in on what we got to focus on. So it was a fun time.
Sounds like there was a players-only meeting as a senior. What does that mean to you guys to bounce back, show what you're all about?
It's important. Sometimes players tune out what the coaches have to say at times. They think they know everything, young guys especially. But, when they hear it from one of us, guys who've been there, who've done that, it's very important to them. It's important to the process, and they got to trust the process.
What's kind of the biggest message that the older guys tried to express to younger players that are newer here?
Just take accountability, just focus on the process, like I said earlier. Take it one rep at a time. Don't worry about the result of the play. Do your job. That's it.
Seems like you've always prided yourself on being a big lead-by-example guy. You're not the most vocal guy on the field. And how does you think that body language and everything you show, especially when times are going tough, translate to the younger guys?
It started, earlier in the season, just talking to Coach Max and things like that, and just like practice habits. When you build good practice habits, and other guys see that, especially younger guys, they want to follow your lead. So I try to set an example with how I play. I take every rep like it's a game rep, and ultimately it leads to my play on the field. So
6 games into this new offense, how do you feel like it's gone thus far? Or do you feel like you're also close to putting it together?
Yeah, I feel like we're really close to putting it together. I'm excited for what's to come. We're working hard. We're focused on, every play individually. He's doing our job 111, and that's the only thing that matters, really. It's exciting.
Before the season, Coach Baker said that regardless of who the quarterback is, he's not going to change up the playbook. He is confident in both those guys equally. Obviously, we don't know who the starter's going to be this week, but how is that as an offensive lineman knowing, hey, it's going to stay the same regardless of who's back there, and how do you trust both of those guys?
Like I said before, I just focus on doing my job. My job is to protect the quarterback and open up run lanes for the running back. Whoever's out there, I'm gonna block my off for them and protect them. So.
Coach Houston talked about yesterday about how important line play would be in this game coming up against Army. What do you see against them on film?
Well, I played Army a few years ago in a bowl game, so I've been against both academies. And, you got to be very physical up front. They're a very physical team up front, and, they pride themselves on that. So I feel like what we got to do up front is important as far as getting movement, technique, discipline, focusing every single play, because as soon as you make one little half step wrong, they're going to exploit that. So that's what makes them dangerous.
This could be a game where you get limited possessions. So how do you kind of take that into account but not put too much pressure on yourself?
I tell the guys, man, I'm going to say the same thing. Just focus on your play. Focus on your rep. Technique-wise, don't worry about how many possessions we're going to get. It's going to happen, and make the most of every opportunity you get.
In the run game, it feels like y'all are close, to having more explosive runs, like just a step or two away, whether it be blocking or cutting from the running back. So do you kind of agree with that from your standpoint too?
Yeah, 100%. As you get through the season, you see things in practice now or in the game now that you may have missed, the first week, second week. So it's exciting, to learn from your mistakes and, build off of that.
Is there anything in the run game you guys feel like you can improve on this week specifically?
Just focus on our technique, our discipline, every step, we take and things like that, and our fundamentals.
Kojo and McCrimmon, playing a lot as young guys. How do you feel like they've done on the other side?
Shoot, I'm rooting for those guys, regardless. Kojo being from where I'm from, I root for him. And then seeing Jamarion get in there and play and seeing him finishing people left and right, it's pretty exciting to see those young guys, because I was once in their shoes. I had older guys, picking me up and things like that. So it's an exciting time for them. They're learning and they're getting better every week, and I love it.